Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome, and I hope you are doing well. So for today's video, I'm going to be sewing down this T-part lace closure right here. So with that said, let's jump right into the video. Okay, so I've already went ahead and pin the black cap in place off camera. So the next step now is to position the lace closure. So taking your lace closure, you want to go ahead and place it where you want it to sit. So if you're doing a middle part, you want to go ahead and place it on the middle, at the center of the cap. If you're doing a side part, you want to go ahead and place it there. So next, you want to go ahead and position it where you want it to sit. So once you've done that, you want to go ahead and take your pin and pin the lace in place. So I'm going ahead to secure the lace in place, also making sure to hold it where I want it to sit. I don't want it to slide back or slide forward. So using my fingers, I'm holding the lace in place and I'm going ahead to pin it in place. So whenever I'm sewing a lace closure onto a black cap, I like to position the lace. I like to place the lace closure a little bit away from the black cap. So I'm making sure that the little of the lace hang away from the black cap. You want to give a little bit of room to style the baby hair without the black cap showing. So you can place the lace about half an inch from the black cap or quarter of an inch from the black cap, depending on what you prefer, but you don't want to make it even. You need a little bit of room so to style the baby hair. Even if you don't want to do baby hair, you still need to place the lace at least a little bit away from the black cap. Okay, so when it comes to pinning down lace closure, I like to secure the front part of the lace in place first before going ahead to work on the side of the lace. So after pinning the front part of the lace closure in place, I went ahead and pinned the side in place. So next right here, I'm going to go ahead and pin the back of the lace in place. And also right here, I'm making sure that the lace is laying flat. So after pinning the back of the lace in place right here, I'm going ahead to pin the other side of the lace in place. So now that I'm done pinning the lace in place, it's time to put the hair into a ponytail, okay, before moving on to the next step. So I'm taking a rubber band and I'm going to put this into a ponytail. You can braid it if you want, but I just prefer putting the hair into a ponytail. Okay, so now that the lace is secure in place, it's time to sew it down, and I'm going to be doing that using a curved needle. So I started by securing the thread in place. So right now I'm going to go ahead and sew it down. So to sew down the lace, you want to make sure to pass the needle through the lace and the elastic band on the black cap. So you want to secure it to the elastic band on the black cap. So you're passing it through both layers. So right here, to pull it tight, I'm going ahead to use my fingers to hold the lace in place, at the same time pulling on the thread to secure it in place. So again, I'm sewing the lace through the black cap, making sure to pass the needle through the elastic band and the lace, so securing it in place. And also don't be rough on this process. Don't be rough, because if you're too rough on it, you might end up ripping the lace. So you want to be gentle while pulling on the thread to secure it in place to make sure it's tight. So you want to, at the same time, you want to place your thumb or your finger right on top to help the lace to lay flat. And also I like to work on one side of the lace first. I sew one side of the lace in place before moving on to the other side of the lace. Before going ahead to cut the thread, I pass the needle through the loop 2 to 3 times to secure it in place before going ahead to cut the thread. So for the rest, I only pass the needle through it one time and pull on it to secure it in place. So right here, I'm just going ahead to cut the thread. And also, I don't cut the thread too short. I make sure to leave enough thread hanging so that way, once I'm done sewing the other side, I can tie both threads together. So doing the same thing, I'm going to go ahead and secure the thread in place first. Okay, so I'm just going ahead to secure the very front of the lace in place. Again, doing the same thing while pulling on the thread to secure it in place. I'm also going to be placing my finger right on top of it, so that way the lace, that part of the lace will lay flat. Okay, so for this last part, also doing the same thing, I'm going to go ahead and pass the needle through the loop 2 times, okay, before going ahead to secure it in place. Just like that. Okay, so right now I'm going to go ahead and tie both threads together. Okay, so once you're done sewing down your lace closure and sewing down the rest of the hair, the next step is to cut out the black cap under the lace. So I always get this question, which is, how do you keep the wig, how do you keep your wig in place after cutting off the black cap under the lace? So if you use the right wig cap, the right dome cap, the wig should be able to stay in place without you adding elastic band. The elastic band is for extra hold. Okay, so for my wigs, I use medium size cap. So for her, I use a large size cap because I tried the cap on her and it fits perfectly. So I use a large size cap for this very wig in this video. So if you're making your wig, you want to make sure you use the right size. If your size for your cap is medium size and you use a small size cap, the wig would be too tight. So I've tried all three caps. So I've tried the medium size, the large size, and the small size. I made a wig using the small size cap for myself, and the wig was too tight to the extent of it giving me a headache. And also, I've used the large size cap to make a wig for myself, but it was a bit too loose. But every time I use the medium size cap to make a wig for myself, the wigs are always perfect. They are always like a perfect fit. But I still use the elastic band when it comes to installing the wig for extra hold. So you have to use the right size wig cap in order for you to get that perfect fit. All right, guys, so this is the end of the video. As always, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. If you already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for popping by today. And I'll see you all in my next one.